that's even a thing anymore, as well as Facebook and YouTube. And just going to double check that YouTube is going live before I get started. And I think we are almost there. Let me know. Okay, so I'm getting a green light for YouTube and Facebook and Periscope. Go ahead and put in the chat if you guys can hear me and or see me, and we'll get rocking and rolling because there's some pretty cool stuff for us to cover today here, guys. So if you guys don't know me, I'm John Whitford. I blog at incomemesh.com, all about technical tools, tutorials, firsthand reviews, and all that great stuff. And this is probably the most anticipated new release of a new product that I've ever covered. At least personally. Like, there have been other theme builders in the past, but in this video, we kind of got like a nice little Easter egg dropped on us before, because if you look at Thrive Theme Builder, and we'll pull up Thrive's actual, their actual page, it's going to drop in the beginning of next month. And I think, we're not going to go, March 2nd was the official release date. But as I found out from a buddy of mine, hey, Jacopo, and thank you, Susie. As I found out from a buddy of mine, look what we have here. If you are a current Thrive Themes member, you should be able to log into your own website, your own account, and see here a brand new theme available from Thrive Themes. It probably just dropped today, probably in a little bit of a soft launch. So hopefully this doesn't go too viral or anything and it blows out their, actually I hope it does go viral, but I hope it doesn't impact their launch. I want to give you guys an overview of, let me show you my screen here. This is what I was meant to show you here. In the product manager for Thrive Themes, if you are a member of Thrive Themes membership, you should now have access to the Shape Shift theme. And this is our actual theme builder. I did a first unboxing of Divi's theme builder, but I didn't give myself any practice before I went live, and it wasn't the cleanest review I've ever done. So in this one, I've played around with it for a few minutes, just enough to know how it works, and I want to show you guys how different this theme builder is from some of the others that are out there on the market. If you are a fan of Thrive Themes, this is going to be a no-brainer. Maybe not on day one, we'll cover that in a second, but it will probably be a no-brainer over time. If you are using Elementor or Breezy or any of the other ones out there, still take a look at this video, see what you want. If you guys have any questions about something about their theme builder, I may not be able to answer it today, but we can kind of cover it here in the live. So please use that chat box, put any questions you have in there. What we can see here is Thrive Themes used to be a theme shop. They used to produce all these themes, Focus, Lux, Ignition, Minus, and they didn't really keep up with the times, and honestly, when you create all these different themes, you have to maintain all of them. It didn't make sense for Thrive. They went the route that others have gone and built their own theme customization system inside of WordPress, and I like the way that Thrive has done this. So instead of releasing it as a plugin that sits on top of a theme, like some other folks have done, they build this directly into their theme, which has some benefits. It's not a workaround. This is how it's supposed to work in the WordPress ecosystem. So I'm going to go ahead and install this guy. You can see when I install it, it's going to install the builder as well as the theme. And we'll kind of walk through this. And the way that they've implemented this is super nice. Sometimes you install a theme builder and you're kind of like, okay, now what? You don't quite know where to click. It's not really step by step. And Thrive has done a good job, I believe, at overhauling the interface of setting up a new website for you if you're brand new to the whole deal. All right, so I've installed this. So I can go to the Thrive Theme Builder dashboard. And what happens immediately is you're kind of overtaken by this, this wizard here. And the wizard looks a little bit funny because it's kind of a page on top of a page. But what this does is it walks you through step by step of setting up your website the way that you want it, including all of the templates you're going to need, the header, the footer, everything else. It's kind of done step by step. What I'm going to do first, though, because I haven't done this yet, is I also have Elementor running on top. That should be no problem. Let me head over to Appearance and Themes. And so let's see here. I used to have the Astra theme active, and so now we've installed the Thrive Theme Builder, which is now the active theme. So before doing any customization, let's take a look at this website and just see what we get. This is new to me. I haven't done this yet, but you can see here, this was the page I had previously on this demo. It was from an Elementor starter site, or I guess an Astra starter site. And we're going to change all of this with the Thrive theme builder. Okay. So to do that, we're going to come back over here to our dashboard, and we should be able to go to the Thrive theme builder. Underneath Thrive dashboard, you'll have theme builder now. And this is going to be really interesting because this essentially takes the place of a lot of the built-in WordPress functionality. So I'm going to get started by clicking that button, and it'll first ask me to upload my own logo, and it gives me a recommended size, which I always appreciate when they do this. They give you a recommended 250 by 40 pixel size. So let's just make one real fast. I'll go to Crello, which is what I like to use for quick and down and dirty graphics. I'll make a 250 by 50 because that's the minimum here. Guys, in the comments, if there's anything about the theme builder you want to take a look at in particular, please let me know. And as we walk through, we can cover that as well. And let's just make a quick little graphic here, and we'll put a header, and we'll call this Thrive. Oops. Thrive theme builder. Let's drag this over here, maybe make it a little bit bigger. And that'll work for me. Good enough for the demonstration here. Let's download this as a transparent. All right, perfect. Hearing and seeing me. Let's just put this in my downloads, and we'll call this logo Thrive. All right, so then just click here, and we'll be able to load in our logo just like that. Select it, and there's our new logo. And now we'll choose that and continue. And now the way that it works, you can see over here on the left-hand side, they're going to walk you step by step through 7 different templates, 7 different portions of a theme that you'll be able to customize step by step. Your header, your footer, your homepage, your single blog post, your list, and your pages, et cetera, et cetera. Also, not to jump too far ahead, if you use custom post types, like for example, if you have a forum on your website, you can also customize the way that your forum looks. If you have courses through LearnDash, you'll be able to customize your courses page, your lessons page, everything. And we might do that if we want to. Please leave it in the chat there if you want us to cover some custom post types as well. By default, we'll just do pages and posts though here. All right, so as we look through, so right now we're on the header, which is the top of the bar. And what I love about this is, unlike some other theme builders, this has a good selection of pre-built and pre-designed headers for you. So you can see here a dark one that's kind of very simple with a button to call to action. You've got some double headers with some social media icons, some search bars, some menus, all sorts of cool stuff here. Let's make this one. I kind of like this guy here, where we have our logo up top, we have a search bar in the top right, we have social icons on the top left, and we have a list of menus throughout there. Let's see here. This is looking a little bit interesting, maybe because I have a theme builder already here. Let's do a couple things here before we dive into this one. Let's go back to my plugins. I'm thinking that I might be having something between Elementor and Thrive. Let's go ahead and deactivate those, deactivate my starter templates. Let's see what we get. And guys, like I said, this is live. We're kind of working through this together, but you can see here my logo has been updated. All right, let's go back here. And we've got a lot to cover here once we get this first wizard accomplished. So we'll go back to the theme builder. All right, cool. Now this looks like what I wanted to see. I think that if you currently have a theme builder and you're trying to edit it with another theme builder, I think you might be having some issues. That's what I just discovered there with you guys. So no big deal. Let's go back to our logo. All right, got our logo selected, our menu. Let's use this header here where we can see our logo, our social media icons. Now what you'll notice here is once I've selected one, I can also kind of scroll through and kind of click, click, click. And look how nice this is. I can quickly go through and get a preview of what this is going to look on the real website before kind of making any commitments. I like this one because it's going to give me the most room for categories to come down below. And I don't know, I'm feeling the double layered header here. What you'll notice is I can't change anything. I can't change the typography. All that comes next. It's kind of a two-step process. You select your template first, and then you can go in and play with all the branding and the individual styles. So we'll take that header. Then it'll take us down to the footer, which is down here. And again, I can click through, see one that works for me. It already pulls in the logo dynamically, social icons, several different things here. I'm just going to select here. And you can see they've got some for like full businesses that have that, a really big footer. They've got some lead generation footers here where you can actually put a sign up form directly on your footer. I definitely want that. I like this one here personally. It gives me some spots for my menus. It gives me a lead generation for sign up, and I can also just customize it as I like. So notice here that I've got a dark texted logo on a dark background. That's not going to be very good, so we're going to update that as well as we go, but this will work as we're starting. So on our home page, this is really cool as well. So like always, you can choose an existing page that you've already built and use that as your home page. But to do that, you have to go dig into the WordPress settings, go to reading, find that one and select it. Check this out. You can also get some ready-made home pages. Now this is done completely in Thrive Architect. This entire page is ready to go. It has hover effects, it has images, it kind of has a good layout, so even some button animations. Very cool. So similar to everything else, there's a list of styles, kind of starter pages for good standard, high converting home pages. So if you're a local business, you can choose this one. It'll swap everything out. Also notice that that blue is kind of a branded color. So if we look down in the footer that we did previously, that same blue exists. This is called centralized branding that Thrive has implemented. So we're going to go ahead and use this one just as an example. And we'll show you how all these colors are controlled in a central way. Makes a ton of sense. Now under single blog post, what's nice about the way that Thrive has done it is Thrive understands that not all blog posts are created equal. There's going to be some that are video focused. There are going to be some that are audio focused. There's going to be some that are simply text-based focused. And they've created pre-made templates for each type of those blog posts. And you don't have to pick just one. You can actually create a video blog post template and an audio blog post template and pick that on a post-by-post basis. And that I find is really smart. So here's we're looking through. You've got some with sidebars. You've got some without sidebars. You've got some with the bottom opt-in already built. Let's just pick, I want to pick one that looks nice. I like this one. So I'm selecting the single blog post that has a full width image and then the content down below. And so you can see this also pulls in an existing image from my image gallery to kind of give you an idea what it's all going to look like. Your author box, and all this we'll be able to customize as we go. So let's just select that one as a starter point. Now we're on the blog post list. So I don't like having a sidebar so much on my blog post list. I think it's just a little bit too messy. Let's see what options we have here. So this is pretty interesting. So let's just check out this masonry layout with without sidebar. So this gives you a list of your posts. It also gives you a spot to do lead generation. You can even offer your ebook up here. Let's see if there's something like that. Perfect. So here's a grid layout without a sidebar. But not only does it just offer you your blog posts, it also gives you a lead magnet that's all ready to go. All you need to do is link this to your autoresponder, and you can collect leads at the blog post page, which is going to be a very popular page on your blog. So let's stick with this one. I like that. Choose and continue. So guys, if you like what you're seeing as we're going through this and you want to go ahead and hop in on this, if I were Thrive Themes, I would probably be increasing the price of the membership if I were them, because the value of the Thrive membership just went up dramatically with this new tool. So if you want to go ahead and become a Thrive Themes member, that's the only way to get access to the theme builder today. It will eventually be for sale on its own, but that's going to be several months down the road. They've kind of shared their rollout plan, and that's going to be a bit more delayed. So if you want to get started, you can go to incomemesh.com/Thrive membership. I will go ahead and put that in the chat. And I think it should also be on YouTube in the description as well. But if you want to check that out, now would be the time to do it, because if I were them, once all the bugs are worked out, which I'm sure they'll do it in good time, they probably should increase their price. So same thing for the single pages. You can use multiple of these. You don't have to pick just one. So let's just say we want to do a boxed layout for this one, where this will dynamically show the page title. Now, I'm not a big fan of this sidebar, so we're going to get rid of that as we go, but I want to show you how this all works. So we'll just select that one. And now it offers you what menu do you want to use for your headers or footers. So I'll take my top navigation and I'll choose that one. And that's going to automatically replace whatever's in the headers menu system with this one that I've already built before. And just like that, the wizard setup is complete. They have a video here to help you know what to do next if you like, or you could preview the site. I'm going to go ahead and do that real quick, and let's see what we've built. All right, so this is our new website. This is not a plugin. This is actually the theme of the website, so there's going to be some benefits in doing it this way. We can see here, this looks pretty darn good. The page is already designed for us, so that helps a lot if you're not a big designer. As we come down to the footer, you'll see here we still need to create a footer for a menu for the footer, which is not too big of a deal to do right now. I really want to show you how the theme builder all works though. So we've kind of created the big picture pieces, but we also need to actually work on the design of each template on its own to make sure we're happy with it. So we can just walk down this left sidebar here and work through the branding section next. So here you can see this design is really heavily influenced by the color blue. That's the theme color right now. You can check here and you can see the default color. But just randomly, I picked that kind of pinkish color when I was going through grabbing my logo for the example. So let's just take that pink, that's roughly there, and I'm going to replace this with the pink color, and I'll just paste in the hex code. And now what's just happened is I've changed the color scheme for the entire website just like that. So now my banner is the same color as my icon. As I come down here, you can see this is actually like a lighter pink, but it's actually the same pink that it's like a percentage of the pink. Sorry about that. This is a live recording, so naturally I will get phone calls during it. Scrolling on down, you can see all the colors throughout the site have now kind of inherited that main accent that we set up, and that's super cool. Now we go down to logo. You can see here that I uploaded a single logo, but there's actually two spots for it. There's the dark version, which means the general color of your logo is dark, and then there's the light version, which is intended on going on top of a dark background. So let's also create, just all we're going to do is come in here and change our text from that black, change our font color to a white, and let's download this as well. And we'll call this, let's let it get ready. What do you guys think so far? Is this pretty interesting? Kind of going through this step by step here. And we'll call this light logo. And now I'm going to come into the light version and click here and upload my light logo. Come on. There it goes. And now you can see how this is going to look in the footer. Well, it'll show up in just a minute. Alrighty. So now we kind of have our color scheme set up nicely. We can also adjust our favicon, which I'll skip because that just, we all know how to do favicons, but this is where they put this here. You can also adjust your typography. So we expand this out. It kind of shows you how a blog post is going to look. And if I wanted to change any one of these, I could create a new set of typography. But that's going to be kind of a lot of nitty gritty on this. So let's say, for example, if I want to change the font for my heading 1s or my heading 2s, let's just change the font style for all of them. So for all headings, see that? I'm going to adjust all my headings right now. I'm going to change the font from Literata to Lato. So I do that, boom. All my headings have just been changed. I can also make certain headings bigger than others. So let's just increase the size of heading 1 to 53. You get the idea. You can even change the colors of things, like if I have a link, what color do you want your link by default? And also when you highlight over it or if you're hovering over it, what are the color schemes you want for that as well? Ton of options there. I'm going to go ahead and save and preview that. So now this is going to be my new heading setup. And then also under templates now, this will make more sense if we go and make an actual blog post to show this. But this gives us access to all of the different templates we have, and you can use them interchangeably. You can kind of select which we'll do it together here. If you want to make a video blog post, you can select that you want to use this template for it. But most importantly, let's go ahead and edit the template to show you how it works to actually edit the entire theme itself. So here, this looks exactly like Thrive Architect because it's powered by the same stuff, but check this out. So now, when you are at the highest level of the theme builder editor, you'll be able to see the entire structure of your website. You'll see the header, the top, which we don't have a top in this case. You've got your content, which is right here, the sidebar, which is right there. This really helps you understand the structure of a website really nicely. The bottom, which is something just above the footer, and then the footer here. So what this allows you to do is from this single page, edit the header, the footer, any different part of your website structure, including the actual content. If you're on a blog post, I'll show you that in just a second. So for example, if I want to change a portion of my sidebar, you can see here, if I'm on this text here, that text is part of this content box. The sidebar section is right here. If I want to, I can decide to get rid of the sidebar entirely for this post type, for this post editor, but I kind of like it. So I'm going to hover over here and say show the sidebar. But let's say, for example, I just want to make a very small edit here. I'm going to say free consultation, sign up below to join my consulting group, whatever. And maybe we want to put an image in. So the point of all this is I just want to show you how this is just like building a page like you're used to doing, but now you're able to build the entire theme in the process. So here you can see theme elements is a new section on the sidebar here. So if you want to have a calendar widget or dynamic styled list, these are some of the things that are like WordPress based features like the author box. So you can come in here and decide to add in an author box. Let's see here, right there. And you can put in your author box directly and even customize how that looks. All right, so this will pull in my about the author section, which I haven't really filled out, but you get the idea. So this is going to show up directly beneath the post content, the actual words and videos and all that stuff of my blog post. All right, let's also just show you, we don't need to do all dynamic content. We can scroll down here and you've got your standard Thrive Architect content here. So if I want to put just an image in, and let's see here, let's just choose something, a little image. You get the idea. This will be able to be your freebie or whatever you want, or even just your logo. And you've got all the same drag and drop flexibility from Thrive Architect, also available for all of your template needs. So let's go ahead and save that. So the template video post has been saved successfully. So let's show you how this actually works in practice, how we actually can use this. So now I'm going to go and add a new post. And let me go to YouTube real quick and just find a video that we can use. And let's call this first theme builder post. All right, so I grabbed myself a little YouTube video. So what I want to first do is just add some content in this post, ... Well, let's do this in Thrive Architect, right? Let's do this in Thrive Architect. So we'll save this draft. And now what I want to do here is, because this is going to be a video post, I'm going to come here to post format. And now you can see I could choose an image post, a standard post, a video post, or an audio post. And I think you could probably create some more over time, but I don't know what else you would choose other than those options there. So let's make this a video post. And now this is part of the Thrive theme builder. Now I've got video post options, and I can paste in the video ID, the URL there. And you can also customize when the video starts. All right, so that is that. Let's go ahead and save my draft here, and let's launch Thrive Architect to build out the content like you would for any other blog post that, before the theme builder as well. All right, so now under the theme builder post, this should populate my video. Let's see if it does. Let's see here. So I'm going to add in just a content box to kind of make this look like a real blog post, and let's do a little story post. All right, so here, imagine this would be your blog post. You can see the theme all around you. So the header, the footer, all this fun stuff. Let's just save and preview this to see how it all comes up. Let's make sure that I got my video in there correctly. Okay, there it is. It simply had a featured image. So let's take a look at that in 1 second. All right, that's an old video of mine. And now you have totally customizable the entire part of this page. A couple things I want to do because that looked a little confusing, the image overlay. So let's edit this post one more time. And I want to show you how cool this is. So this image here is actually a placeholder of the theme. What I can do, I can actually hover over here, and instead of editing the post, right, like here I could be writing the blog post. If I realize, like as I'm writing through here, hey, I don't like how something on the sidebar looks or some part of the theme, if you don't like how that looks, you click this one button and it's going to switch you over to the theme builder right then and there. And all of a sudden now, instead of editing the post content, you'll be able to actually edit the theme. It's probably the most intuitive way to kind of flip back and forth between them. So, shapeshift theme. So the source here for the video, you can kind of go down here, and for the video thumbnail, right now it's a dynamic image, and that dynamic image is going to be the featured image of the post. So what I could do is I could switch this out to whatever image I want it to be, or I could simply add in the featured image for that blog post. So let's do that. We'll come here to this video post. Where are we at? Let's get to it here, posts. All right, so here's our first Thrive Theme Builder post. Let's just add a featured image in. Let's just say this guy. And we'll publish the post. So now if I view it, what we should see here is the featured image is going to take the place of kind of the thumbnail that you would normally have on a YouTube video. And that's how it works. I mean, that's pretty darn simple. So if I want to edit with Thrive, remember before it used to always say edit with Thrive Architect up here on your header menu, but now it's actually just going to say edit with Thrive, and it's going to give you a drop down, which is similar to Elementor. I think when you hover over a certain section, it'll say, hey, do you want to edit the footer, the header? Do you want to edit the sidebar? All these different options. Here though, because Thrive has done things a little bit differently, you simply go into the template, and it's going to allow you to edit the template, any part of the template. So the header, the footer, all this kind of cool stuff. All right, so now we're editing the video post template. If I wanted to edit the header, boom, I can come up here, and let's say I want to change what the links are to these social icons. All I have to do is click on the header, and then come down here and edit the header. All right, and so now, just like that, no loading even required, right? Like we're right in here, and we're ready to upload and edit. So here I can click on the social media icons, come down here, link to social global field. Okay, so there are settings in the smart fields, I think that the Thrive has, where any social icon is automatically set up. So I can click here, smart site dashboard. This is what I wanted to show you, but this will still be kind of a useful thing to show. So if you have one Facebook page, you can come in here, and we're going to call this, let's just link it to my Facebook page, incomemesh.com/Facebook. And let's just call this John Whitford. I forget what that text is going to be. I think it's just Facebook. Let's just call it Facebook. All right, so I've done that. Now I should be able to say done here, save and preview. And now this link should automatically link over to my Facebook page. Which, look at that, it shows that we're live right now. Isn't that cool? So that's kind of, I mean, I don't want to get too geeky with you here, but that's the theme builder in a nutshell. It essentially allows you to combine the best of both worlds, combine the best of the drag and drop Thrive Architect page builder with some of the benefits of Elementor and Divi. They both have really powerful theme builders. Now all that functionality is here also in Thrive. So the next question becomes, like, which one do you use, right? Like, which one is better? Now, go out there on a limb and tell you I have not done this on my live production site yet. It's going to be a good bit of time before I go and completely redo my own website with this functionality. But what I'm looking at right now is extremely promising, right? Like this is Pretty powerful stuff that we're seeing right now from Thrive. What do you guys think so far? Leave a comment if what you think you're seeing right now is a pretty powerful option for your theme builder. Well, I'm curious what your guys' opinions are on this. And so here we are, we're on our home page now, and I should be able to quickly click Edit with Thrive Architect. And I can just customize this like any other page. Welcome to the Thrive Theme Builder. I'm pretty impressed here. Oh, let me make sure I can see my screen. So here we are, we're on the home page. And what's incredibly powerful about this is not only now do you have all the design options you used to have with Elementor Pro's theme builder, but you have the design skill, the design capabilities, along with the conversion optimization properties. And I barely got that sentence out. What was I thinking? So what do I mean by that? So here, I still have my Thrive Optimize plugin right here at the ready. I can click over here, and now I can just copy this homepage, edit the variation, and now I'm seamlessly using the theme builder with the other Thrive Suite plugins like Thrive Optimize, Thrive Leads. So let's say here, get a free consultation. I can select all of these. And yeah, John is saying it looks like it's been worth the wait. That's a great point. You know, this has been over a year in the waiting, I think it is at this point, which is not unheard of for something this big. I know Divi's was on it was a long wait for that one as well. And it's important they get this stuff right, because this could, you know, have huge benefits and you know, they want it to be right. So now I'm going to go ahead and go to an incognito window, and let's see which version I get. Oops. Okay, because I'm on my copy. Okay, no big deal. Let's go back here. View the site. Okay, so I got my Thrive theme builder here. Let's go to an incognito window. Yeah, look at that. So we're quickly changing out and doing split testing and everything directly here in this entire theme builder. So what can you expect next? So if you're a Thrive Themes member, you can get started right now. Just go into your dashboard, go to your product manager, and the Shapeshift theme will be right there for you to install, play with. You can walk through the customizer. You know, I haven't been to customize yet. Let's see if the WordPress customizer is still here. Okay, so cool. Now, this is me totally going off the rails here. So it looks like the theme customizer is still here, but the majority of the stuff you expect to see is kind of gutted. Like, I can still adjust my menu. So for example, if I wanted to get rid of this, add in a new link. So it looks like some of the things you're used to doing with the built-in WordPress navigation system is still there. But the majority of it's taken out and put into this kind of easier to use interface. You know, one thing here, widgets are probably going to be something that you don't use anymore, which I think is actually a good thing. So widgets are the actual pieces of your sidebar content, the pieces of your footer, and all of that stuff. But because with the Thrive Theme Builder, you do all that visually, and you can kind of save and reuse, kind of like templates, which they are. You can actually create different sidebars and have them show up in different spots as you need them. The actual widget functionality is likely going to be going away a fair amount here. So that's it. I'm tickled pink. If you have a website that's getting traffic, that you're like, if you're kind of like me and you like seeing new things, I'm going to say hold off for a little bit. Let them get a few updates out of their belt. Likely, if you run a bunch of plugins, you know, they're going to understand and figure out the compatibility and, you know, all these different parts of the puzzle when you launch something huge like this. If you have a theme like Astra or Ocean WP or one of those, it's a good, very well supported theme, go ahead and keep that for a little while. But if you're, you know, do what I did here, and I kind of created a dummy website to play around with this and play with it for a little bit. Maybe simulate your real website, use a plugin like All-in-One WP Migration, and make a copy of your website and play with it in a staging environment. If you have a host, like for example, Truly WP and Bluehost both have staging environment capabilities, play with it in staging. See if it breaks. Like, it might break. They're out of beta. They've been in beta for months. They've been working on this for over a year. I'm not going to tell you to drop everything and change your entire website over to the Thrive theme builder. But if you're currently straddling between maybe using Elementor and using Thrive, maybe you like Thrive for the funnels and the landing pages and the conversion optimization and all of the things that it does here, like me, but you need that theme builder. Maybe you have a client that they have very specific needs, and so you're using both of them. I think this is the perfect tool for you because it kind of bridges that gap. But take it slow, take it steady, test it out. And if you're not currently a Thrive member, I highly recommend you guys check out incomemesh.com/Thrive membership. I put a chat message a little bit further up in the live, and check that out. Sign up, before they raise the price. I would imagine they would. I don't have confirmation that they're raising the price, but I imagine that they would. And there you go. They still have, it's funny down here, the legacy themes are still here. They did still say they're going to support them for the foreseeable future, but you're totally silly if you install one of these when this is available. So that's it. I'm going to go through some of the comments real quick and sign off with this little live here. So I'm guessing Shapeshift, a guy named Feed said Shapeshift fiends, someone's a cryptocurrency fan on the Thrive team. I imagine Shapeshift is also a cryptocurrency, but if Thrive tools naming system, they don't call it a theme builder. They have to have some fancy term. So instead of saying countdown timers, they call it ultimatum. Instead of testimonial gatherer, they call it Thrive ovation. So I think they just like giving you names where it's not very clear exactly what they do. So Shapeshift, it's a theme that you can shift it. Just call it a theme builder. Come on, guys. Anyways. Yep, looks like it's worth the wait. I agree. Peter says it looks nice. Neil says, I like Thrive because it's hyper-focused on conversation. I think you mean conversion, but yes, which is essential to marketers. I totally agree with you, Neil. I wish that it could do... sometimes you have to work a little bit more with Thrive to make it look exactly how you want it to. Elementor, sometimes you just drag a widget on. It's like, that looks good enough. But... there's more flexibility with Thrive than you have with other builders. And with this new theme builder, I don't want to speak too quickly. I don't want to say that I'm dropping everything and using this one. But so far, I'm liking what I'm seeing. Looks nice and pro. I can work with the blog. So I don't have the blog post built here. But we'll get into that in the next one. That's kind of a first look. I don't want to go too long on this live stream. Thank you guys for signing in. We got 20 people live right now across the different channels, which is pretty cool. And let me know if you want to see more content like this on the Thrive Builder. If you want to see me build out an online course website, from scratch using all the templates available to us, let me know in the comments. And feel free to share this. If you know people that you're kind of fighting with over who's the best builder, who's the best software and whatnot, this one is going to be coming into the fray in a pretty strong way. So I'm looking forward to covering it more in the future. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care. Never know exactly.